The world is at a turning point as three of its most iconic figures, Elon Musk, King Charles, and Oprah Winfrey, have dropped bombshell announcements that could redefine their lives and industries forever. With each revelation, the pillars of technology, royalty, and media are being shaken to their core. Could it all really be over? Let's find out. A new chapter in public service. Elon Musk, a name synonymous with cutting-edge innovation, has dominated the tech industry for over a decade, transforming our world through companies like Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink. Meanwhile, King Charles has long been a symbol of tradition, stepping into his royal duties after decades of anticipation. Oprah Winfrey, a media mogul and cultural icon, has shaped public conversations for generations with her unparalleled influence. Each of these figures represents more than just their individual achievements, they stand as symbols of their respective worlds. But now, in a stunning twist, all three have revealed life-altering shifts that signal the end of certain eras. As we delve into their announcements, one thing becomes clear: the time has come for transformations that will impact not just their lives, but the very fabric of the industries they help define. For over 2 decades, Elon has been a titan of innovation, pushing the boundaries of what humanity thought possible. From electric cars and renewable energy to space exploration and neural enhancement, his influence spans industries that shape the present and future of human civilization. His journey began with ventures like Zip2 and PayPal, which revolutionized digital transactions. But it was with Tesla and SpaceX that Musk solidified his status as a visionary. Tesla redefined the automobile industry, proving that electric vehicles could be high-performance, sustainable, and desirable. Meanwhile, SpaceX made headlines by achieving what governments had struggled with for years: reusable rockets, a bold step toward Musk's dream of colonizing Mars. And the list doesn't stop there. Neuralink explores the frontiers of brain-machine interfaces, while the Boring Company envisions a new era of urban transportation. Elon's projects have often felt like science fiction turned into reality, earning him comparisons to figures like Nikola Tesla and Steve Jobs. Yet, for all his successes, Elon has also been a polarizing figure, criticized for his brash style, ambitious timelines, and unfiltered communication. Regardless of these controversies, his influence on technology and society has been nothing short of transformative. In the future, however, Elon might be stepping away from his leadership roles in the industry to focus on public service. After all, Elon believes that his talents and resources are best used addressing humanity's most urgent challenges directly and unencumbered by corporate obligations. This possible shift marks a profound departure from the fast-paced, high-stakes world of innovation that Elon has dominated for years. He refrained from outlining the specifics of his new direction, fueling speculation about what his public service focus might entail. Would it be environmental advocacy, global education reform, or perhaps disaster relief using technology? While the details remain vague, the message is clear: Elon is ready to transition from being a corporate innovator to a servant of humanity. Many see this as a noble pivot, aligning with his long-standing ethos of prioritizing the survival and advancement of the human race. Critics, however, have taken a more skeptical view. Some question whether this new role is genuine or a calculated rebranding effort. Others argue that the possibility of him stepping away from his current ventures leaves room for further debate about the future. His companies at this time, when Tesla faces increasing competition and SpaceX is scaling its Mars ambitions, could destabilize the industries he helped build. Elon's presence at Tesla and SpaceX has been a driving force behind their successes. Without his leadership, some fear these companies may struggle to maintain their momentum. Tesla, for instance, is no longer the only dominant player in the electric vehicle market. Companies like Rivian, Lucid Motors, and legacy automakers such as Ford and GM are quickly catching up. SpaceX, too, faces challenges as it scales operations to launch its Starship program and fulfill its contract obligations with NASA and other entities. While Elon has always emphasized the importance of empowering his teams to function independently, his absence raises questions about whether his unique blend of vision and determination can truly be replaced. While Elon has left much to the imagination, his track record provides some hints about where his focus might lie. Throughout his career, the tech giant has consistently emphasized sustainability, human survival, and global equity. His work with Tesla and SolarCity demonstrated his commitment to combating climate change, while SpaceX is fundamentally about ensuring the long-term survival of the human race. Given this, it's possible Elon will channel his resources into large-scale environmental initiatives or infrastructure projects that address global challenges such as energy poverty or food security. He may also leverage his influence to push for policy changes or collaborate with governments to implement large-scale solutions. Another possibility is education reform. Elon has long been an advocate for personalized, technology-driven education systems. His Ad Astra school model, developed for his own children, could be scaled to offer innovative learning opportunities to students worldwide. Finally, Elon's focus on direct public service might involve disaster relief and rapid response initiatives. With his expertise in logistics and technology, he could revolutionize the way the world responds to crises, from earthquakes to pandemics. Either way, the possible decision to step away from technology would mark a significant risk, both for himself and the industries he leaves behind, so much so that none other than Pope Francis decided to share his opinion on the matter. But we will get to that shortly. First, we should talk a bit more about Oprah and King Charles. Challenges of modern kingship. After decades of waiting in the wings, King Charles III ascended to the British throne following the passing of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, a monarch who defined an era. Charles's path to kingship has been one of the longest in history, and his reign began with immense expectations and scrutiny. The transition from Elizabeth's steadfast, unchanging rule to Charles's leadership symbolizes a generational shift. Unlike his mother, Charles has long been a vocal advocate for causes such as environmental conservation, sustainable agriculture, and urban renewal. His outspoken nature sets him apart, but it also raises questions about how he fits into the traditional restrained mold of a British monarch. From the moment he took the throne, King Charles III faced monumental. The challenge of modernizing the monarchy while preserving its traditions is a delicate balancing act compounded by ongoing social and political shifts in the United Kingdom and across the Commonwealth. In a recent statement that sent ripples through royal and public circles, King Charles expressed concern about his ability to fulfill his duties as monarch in the long term due to health challenges. While he refrained from sharing specific details, insiders suggest that age and declining stamina are taking their toll on the 75-year-old king. What makes Charles's announcement particularly significant is his willingness to address the modern realities of kingship in an era where transparency is demanded of public figures. His openness about his limitations is quite shocking for a monarch. He has also doubled down on his commitment to modernize the institution, acknowledging the need for the monarchy to evolve and adapt to changing societal values. For example, Charles has hinted at streamlining the royal family, reducing its size to focus on core members. This approach is seen as an effort to address criticism about the monarchy's relevance and expense in the 21st century. By emphasizing the monarchy's role as a symbol of unity and service, Charles hopes to maintain public support while addressing growing Republican sentiment in some parts of the Commonwealth. The British public's response to Charles's announcement has been divided. Traditionalists who value the monarchy as a cornerstone of British heritage have expressed concern about the implications of a potentially shortened reign. They view Charles as a custodian of history and worry that his health challenges might disrupt the stability associated with the monarchy. On the other hand, progressives see Charles's willingness to address his limitations and embrace modernization as a step in the right direction. They argue that the monarchy must become more relatable and relevant to younger generations if it is to survive in the long term. For these supporters, Charles's transparency and vision for reform represent a refreshing break from the rigid traditions of the past. Institutionally, the announcement has triggered discussions within royal circles about the future of the monarchy. The potential for a shorter reign means that Prince William, the heir apparent, may step into the role of king sooner than anticipated. William's popularity, particularly among younger demographics, could provide the monarchy with a much-needed boost. However, the transition also raises questions about whether the royal family is prepared for such a rapid change in leadership. The dynamics within the royal family are also under scrutiny. Scrutiny over Charles's efforts to streamline the monarchy may lead to tensions among extended family members, particularly those who have been sidelined. This includes figures like Prince Andrew and Princess Beatrice, who have seen their roles reduced as Charles prioritizes a leaner, more focused royal institution. Charles's announcement and his broader vision for reform came at a key moment for the monarchy. As societal attitudes continue to evolve, the institution faces significant challenges in remaining relevant. Public opinion polls show declining support for the monarchy among younger generations, particularly in countries like Canada and Australia, where Republican movements are gaining traction. A potentially shorter reign accelerates the timeline for addressing these challenges. Under Charles, there may be less time to implement meaningful reforms, forcing the monarchy to act swiftly to secure its future. His openness about health concerns could also set a precedent for future monarchs, encouraging them to prioritize transparency and adaptability over rigid adherence to tradition. One of the key shifts Charles has proposed is a renewed emphasis on the monarchy's role as a unifying force in a divided world. In a time of political polarization and economic uncertainty, the royal family has the opportunity to serve as a symbol of stability and continuity. However, achieving this goal will require navigating the complex expectations of a modern, diverse society. The role of the Commonwealth is another area of focus. Many member nations are re-evaluating their ties to the British monarchy, with some considering breaking away entirely. Charles has expressed a desire to strengthen these relationships by acknowledging the monarchy's colonial past and emphasizing shared values like sustainability and education. Internally, Charles's reign also represents a shift in leadership style. Known for his hands-on approach and strong opinions, he differs significantly from his mother's reserved demeanor. While this has drawn criticism from some quarters, it also opens the door for the monarchy to play a more active role in addressing contemporary issues such as climate change and social inequality. While his reign may be shorter than expected, its impact could be profound. By embracing transparency, streamlining the monarchy, and addressing the challenges of a modern society, Charles is laying the groundwork for a new era of royal leadership. Ultimately, Charles's legacy will be defined not just by how he navigates these challenges but by how he prepares the monarchy for the future. Whether his efforts are enough to secure the institution's place in the hearts and minds of future generations remains to be seen. For now, the monarchy is at a crossroads, and King Charles is determined to guide it through with dignity, purpose, and an eye toward progress. Now, finally, what about Oprah? Retirement and reflection. Oprah Winfrey's name is synonymous with influence, empowerment, and innovation. Over a career spanning more than 4 decades, she has transformed the media landscape and become a cultural icon. From her groundbreaking talk show to her ventures in publishing, acting, and philanthropy, Oprah has consistently used her platform to inspire and uplift. Her talk show, which ran for 25 years, redefined daytime television by blending entertainment with profound human connection. Oprah's empathetic interviewing style brought out raw, transformative moments with guests ranging from everyday individuals to global superstars. Beyond the screen, her ventures include founding the Oprah magazine, launching her own television network, and producing award-winning films and documentaries. Oprah has also been a force for good through philanthropy, particularly in education. The Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa stands as a testament to her commitment to empowering young women. Her book club, a cultural phenomenon, turned countless titles into bestsellers and championed the power of reading. In every endeavor, Oprah has used her voice to promote self-discovery, resilience, and generosity, earning her the title of Queen of All Media and a place in the hearts of millions worldwide. Sources close to her say that Oprah recently revealed her decision to step back from public life to focus on personal well-being and enjoying her golden years. At 70, Oprah reflected on her incredible journey, saying that now it's time to give something back to herself. This marks the end of an era. Oprah reportedly explained that while she remains passionate about the causes she supports, she feels it's the right time to transition into a quieter phase of life. She spoke honestly about the toll of being in the public eye for decades, acknowledging both the immense rewards and the personal sacrifices. During her announcement, Oprah also reportedly expressed gratitude for the opportunities she's had and the countless lives she's touched. She assured everyone that while she may step away from the spotlight, her legacy and ongoing projects, such as her educational initiatives, will continue to thrive. The news of Oprah's possible retirement was met with an outpouring of love and gratitude from fans, celebrities, and thought leaders alike. However, it also sparked conversations about the future of media in a post-Oprah world. Many fans expressed concern about the void her departure leaves, wondering who, if anyone, could step into her role as a cultural touchstone and advocate for positive change. Oprah's ability to connect deeply with audiences and create a sense of shared humanity is a rare gift, and her absence from the public stage will undoubtedly be felt. Among industry insiders, Oprah's possible decision has also prompted reflections on the longevity of media careers. Few figures have sustained such a high level of influence and relevance over decades. Her departure would undoubtedly spotlight the challenge of cultivating new leaders in the media space who can blend authenticity, intelligence, and compassion in a similar way. With the rise of digital platforms, streaming services, and social media influencers, traditional media giants like Oprah are becoming increasingly rare. Her departure would raise critical questions about who will carry the torch of her legacy and how the media industry can fill the void. Oprah's approach to storytelling, rooted in empathy, authenticity, and purpose, stands out as a model worth emulating. Her retirement could inspire a re-examination of the media's role in shaping culture and fostering meaningful connections. As audiences yearn for authenticity, her legacy may guide the next generation of media leaders toward prioritizing depth over virality. At the same time, Oprah stresses the importance of self-care and work-life balance, even for those at the pinnacle of success. Her decision to prioritize her health and happiness is a powerful message to her followers. Even the most iconic figures must know when to step back and focus on themselves. This resonates particularly in today's fast-paced, productivity-obsessed world. Her story may inspire others, especially women, to reconsider their own work-life dynamics and prioritize their well-being. Still, finding a successor to Oprah is no small task. Over the years, many have been compared to her, but none have managed to replicate her unique blend of charisma, authenticity, and influence. Oprah didn't just host a talk show or run a network, she built a movement rooted in empowerment and compassion. While figures like Ellen DeGeneres, Trevor Noah, and others have carved out their own niches, they represent different styles and priorities. Some media analysts argue that Oprah's approach to storytelling and cultural leadership may never be replicated, especially in an age of fragmented attention spans and rapidly shifting trends. However, her possible retirement also presents an opportunity for new voices to emerge. With her absence, there is a clear space for leaders who can combine media savvy with a commitment to social change. The next Oprah may not look like her or host a talk show, but they will undoubtedly draw inspiration from her ability to connect, inspire, and lead. As she steps into this quieter phase of her life, she leaves behind a legacy of hope, resilience, and empowerment, a legacy that reminds us all of the power of authenticity and the importance of living a life of purpose. Maybe this is why Pope Francis decided to speak on this matter as well, a call for unity and responsibility. Pope Francis has always been a voice for compassion in a world that often seems fragmented and self-serving. After hearing that Elon Musk, King Charles, and Oprah Winfrey just broke their silence and shocked everyone, the Pope delivered a powerful message framing their decisions as reflective of broader shifts humanity must embrace. Speaking at a private gathering of leaders and innovators, he contextualized these personal transformations within the urgent need for global responsibility and solidarity. The Pope began by acknowledging the courage and significance of the choices made by these prominent figures. He emphasized that their decisions, though arising from personal circumstances, serve as examples of the values that the world must adopt: humility, service, and self-reflection. Each of these leaders has taken a step that reminds us of the higher calling of leadership, not power or recognition, but service to humanity. He reportedly said, "At the heart of the Pope's message was a challenge to the world's most influential figures to transcend the pursuit of personal ambition or institutional preservation." He called on leaders to prioritize humanity's well-being, urging them to shift their focus from individual success to collective progress. While acknowledging the importance of achievement, he warned of the emptiness that comes with progress devoid of purpose. He commended Elon Musk for his decision to focus on public service. His choice, according to the Pope, exemplifies the idea that even those who have achieved extraordinary success can redefine their legacy by serving others in more direct and meaningful ways. In the end, true greatness is not in how much we build, but in how much we give of ourselves. Turning his attention to King Charles III, the Pope praised the monarch's efforts to modernize the British monarchy and adapt it to the realities of a changing world. Charles's acknowledgement of the monarchy's need to evolve, even in the face of health challenges, is, according to the Pope, reflection of the courage required to honor tradition while embracing progress. He also spoke of Oprah Winfrey's decision, describing it as a profound act of self-awareness and humility. For decades, Oprah has been a cultural force, inspiring millions through her work in media and philanthropy. Her choice to prioritize personal well-being and reflection at this stage of her life, the Pope suggested, carries an important lesson for a world that often glorifies relentless ambition. In weaving together the narratives of these three figures, Pope Francis presented a unified vision of leadership rooted in responsibility, adaptability, and reflection. He described their voices as interconnected examples of how humanity can navigate the challenges of a modern world. The Pope urged others to follow their lead, reminding the audience that leadership is not about the accumulation of power but about leaving a legacy that benefits future generations. He used their examples to illustrate the need for collaboration between innovators, cultural figures, and traditional institutions in addressing the world's most pressing issues. Whether tackling climate change, economic inequality, or social fragmentation, the Pope emphasized that solutions require collective action and shared responsibility. He also reflected on the interconnectedness of leadership, innovation, and morality, arguing that humanity's greatest achievements must be guided by ethical considerations. As technology advances and societies grow increasingly complex, he called for a shift in values, urging leaders to measure success not by material gains but by their impact on humanity's well-being. The Pope's words echoed his broader vision of a world that prioritizes compassion, equity, and sustainability over individualism and greed. Pope Francis, according to insiders, concluded his message with a powerful call to action. "It is over for the age of self-interest," he declared. "Now is the time for the age of collective care." His words served not only as a reflection on the shifts happening among prominent figures but also as a vision for the future, one where humanity works together to create a more just and compassionate world. At a time of division and uncertainty, the Pope's message stands as a beacon of hope, urging all of us to embrace the values of unity, responsibility, and service.